I wish I had the proper words to tell you exactly how I'm feeling right now. I am going to give it a try though. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. I've just gotten through with a long 3 days between my get-together and 2 days of the Omaha Hard to Kill Summit. I'm going to try to summarize a few of my thoughts here in just a moment. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. You might be asking yourself, Bob, what in the world's going on here? What are we watching? Well, basically you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't seem super exciting, but if you then realize that 15 months ago I couldn't do this, I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. The main purpose behind this is to show you that it's never too late to change your life. I am 60 years old. I started this the day before my 59th birthday. I was basically just sitting around on the couch waiting to die. And now I'm out here walking every day, cutting my own grass, doing all my own yard work, working out at the YMCA 4 days a week, twice in the pool, twice on a cable machine. I've gotten back to dance class, tap dancing, because I know somebody asked me that. I'm doing all sorts of stuff that I never thought I'd do again. And I actually have long-term plans. I bought a piece of land down in Texas, and I'm going to work on building a homestead down there. I'm planning on through hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2025. But yes, the whole point of this is it's never too late to change your life. Never give up hope. Continue pushing forward. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. It means an awful lot to me that you spend a little bit of your time with me. And this brings me into what I really want to talk about today. I've said that a lot, that it means a lot to me, but I never really truly appreciated what that really means. I didn't say that very well, but hopefully you'll just stick with me here. I want to start recapping the weekend by giving a special shout out and thank you to Uncle Big Guy. He drove up here from, I believe, Oklahoma, but it might have been Kansas. I don't remember exactly where. But he came up because he's been to the Omaha Hard to Kill Summit before, and where a lot of people dropped in and out throughout the day, they stopped by, said hi, and then went on about their way. Uncle Big Guy was there from the time I lit the grills to the time I was putting them away. And with the heat index, it was 108 degrees that day in the shade. So thank you for hanging out with me all day, Uncle Big Guy. I really appreciate that. Now, for what I was going to do for today's video, because you guys, this is actually Sunday, but you guys are going to see it on Monday. But my initial plan was to show you a montage of all the people I met and I talked to, and just kind of recap the whole weekend in pictures and little short video clips. But as I was laying down last night to sleep and woke up again this morning, the thing that really struck me is, don't get me wrong, I am super glad I did this weekend. It was a fantastic thing. But now I'm a little sad it's over, because I've been looking forward to this for several months. And now this weekend is done. And the thing I'm going to miss the most is the new members of my family that I've found. You know, we see these people on YouTube and see them giving lectures and giving talks and just giving us really good advice on things. And they look like, you know, they're that semi-famous YouTuber or big-time doctor or whatever they are. And turns out these people are just regular old people. As Dr. Barry would say, they're just dudes and chicks, just like you and me. I mean, I had a great little conversation with Dave Feldman, and we'll get into more of that in more videos. I met the doctor who created the X3 bar. That guy is ripped, super ripped. And we'll get into more of what he had to say in his talk as well. I met lots of really great people. Jay, we're going to talk a lot about Jay here in a video real soon. Jay's one of the organizers of the Hard to Kill Summit, and he's also involved with the 50-mile march. And the 50-mile march is a 2-day walking event designed to help veterans. So we're going to be talking a lot about that over the next week or two, because it's happening the end of August, and in the initial plans we haven't gotten together yet, but we're going to. I'm going to see what I can do to help out there, and I'm definitely going to walk in it. I couldn't have done that a year ago, but I'm gonna walk in this thing. But the two couples that I really wanted to talk about today, you've seen them in my videos, you've seen them in their own videos. Chris and Miriam from Keto Chow, and Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos. You see them talking to you on videos, and you think these guys are putting on their show for their YouTube channels. They are exactly the same way in person. Even because I got invited up to the house they were staying at Saturday night for a little sit down and chat after everything was done. And even in the moments when there were no cameras around, nobody filming anything or any of that kind of stuff, they're still the exact same people. And with those four, I feel like they're long lost family members. They're family members I didn't know I had, didn't know I needed, until I've met them in person. And while it may be some time before I can afford to go to another place where they're at and meet up with them, I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm certainly looking forward to it. Joe, Rachel, Chris, Miriam, if you're watching this, you're my friends. I love you guys. They are so real and so genuine. And it's hard to believe, but they are even nicer in person than they seem on their YouTube channels. They're just amazing, amazing people. I want to be just like them when I grow up. And I got some extra surprises right at the end of it all. I know Keto Chow goes to a lot of shows, you know, because they sponsor a lot of these events, and they show up with their big Keto Chow booth and sell people stuff. And it's a great time to buy stuff because you don't have to pay shipping on it. But the big thing is that there's a bunch of stuff that they buy at every show, but they buy it locally because it's much too heavy to ship when they're flying from here to there on a plane. Like, well, they always buy a cooler. They buy a really cool little water dispenser to have water available for people. And as I was getting ready to go, Chris said, yeah, I'm going to give you this cooler because you're the local guy that we're seeing here. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go back my truck up into the driveway and then we can load the cooler. And when I got it home, it had all of the mixed up keto chow left over from the show, because they give away little samples of it in little sample cups. And it had, like 3.5 dozen eggs that they didn't use. It had 6 or 7 quarts of heavy whipping cream. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, but I may try a couple of little recipes. Most of it, I guess, is going to probably end up getting thrown away, but we'll see. And some leftover bottles of water. Absolutely amazing. And I, of course, sent him, when I got home and found all that stuff, I sent him a text thanking him for everything. And he basically just said, we always buy all this stuff locally because it's too hard to ship back and forth from Utah to Omaha, or they're going to be in Orlando this next weekend, and then they've got something else going on the following. These guys are so busy, always doing stuff. But those are my thoughts on the weekend so far. Got a lot more stuff coming up. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the Rule of 72 and what I have instituted from it. Very quickly and briefly, the Rule of 72 says that after you go to one of these conferences or something, if you don't implement the things you want to implement within the first 72 hours, you never will. So that's what I'm going to work on over the next couple of days, getting some things instituted into my life, getting started on them anyway. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. That's what I've got for you today. I hope this made some kind of sense. I've just a little on the emotional side of it being over and decided to come out here and see if I couldn't get it down on video. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I will see you in the next one.